What am I going to do? I'm going to teach the message. And you never know. But you have to teach. You can't give up. You have to believe it. You have to really believe that this is the guidance. And you got to really care about people. And you got to really go out there and give the message.
No, I'm not worried at all. I rely on God, Allah.
How does, like, for example, your personal experience, when you don't see the practice around you, you see Muslims practicing nationalism when their aqidah tells them otherwise, what thought process is, like, what drove you now to leave the nation, accept Orthodox Islam, and not only accept Orthodox, but you became like a leader, in your community, preaching.
I always
Islam.
believe, Dr. Sayyid, I always believe that when people know better, often they do better. I'll give an example. The Prophet, peace and blessing be upon him, taught us of a prophet that was beaten by his people so much that he began to bleed, and he wiped the blood from his face and said, Allahumma ikfir li qawmi fa innahum la ya'lamun. Oh Allah, forgive my people, for they don't know. You see, this is the point about giving da'wah. No one can believe except by Allah's permission. So it's not you. You don't convert people. You bring the truth in the very best way, the hikmah, wisdom in the very best way you can, and then you hope and pray Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will give him hadayah. Amr ibn al-As, another one who used to fight against Islam, was on his deathbed. He was dying, and he turned his back to the people, and he was crying. And his son Abdullah ibn Amr ibn al-As, radiallahu anhu, a very pious Muslim, asked his father, why is he crying? And he said, son, I had 3 stages in my life. My first stage, I hated Muhammad. Peace and blessing be upon him. If I could, I would have killed him. And I believe that had I died then, I know I would go into hell. And then Allah guided me to Islam to such a degree that I love the Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessing be upon him, love him so much. He said, I have such respect for him, I don't even look him in the face. So if you ask me to describe him, I couldn't describe him. Had I died at that moment, I would have been reasonably hopeful that Allah would send me to Jannah. He said, and then there were things, and I know what he meant. There were some issues, people concerned, about themselves. What am I saying is that all those people who were enemies to Islam, many of them accepted Islam. It's our persistency. We give up. Most of us don't even try. So the thing about, even in the nation of Islam, I gave da'wah, but according to the nation, because we believe that that's what we should do. We should teach our people about Islam. But when I became a Muslim and a follower of the Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessing be upon him, what am I going to do? I'm going to teach the message. And you never know. But you have to teach. You can't give up. You have to believe it. You have to really believe that this is the guidance, and you got to really care about people, and you got to really go out there and give the message.
Did somebody come to you and educate you, or did you search that yourself?
No, you got to remember this, right? In the nation of Islam, we used to call it fishing, where the brothers in the nation would go out and fish people and bring them to the temple. See?
Okay.
Okay. Every Sunday, I would bring people to the temple so that they could learn about Islam as taught by Elijah Muhammad. So I brought a lot of people there.
Yes.
I brought a lot of people. Once I became Muslim, then I went out and started giving da'wah. Alhamdulillah, I've given a lot of shahadas. I can't even count how many, but because of your own conviction, you really believe it, and you really believe it's good for them, then you go out there. So no one, Orthodox Islam, I got that from Imam Muhammad. Yes. I got it from him, and he led us, and then I would go to conferences like Islamic Society of North America. I would go to their conferences and ICNA conferences and mass conferences, Muslim American Society, and I am a prolific reader. I got thousands of books reading about Islam, so I self-educated myself. And then Allah blessed me in 1978. I was blessed to go to Qura University in Mecca, where I did Imam training.
Yes.
So And I still study today. As soon as you let me go, I'm going to do some more studying today. As soon as you let me go.
Do I feel that the New York police are providing enough protection, or do I have to have protection of my own? I look for protection from Allah.